Hey there everyone, so here I'm going to bring to you today my Lost World Dino build, specifically speaking my Survival's End Lost World Dino build. So I just wanted to really get right into it. So for the main Dino lineup, we are playing 2 UCT, 1 Overtex, 3 Oviraptor, 3 Miscellaneousaurus, 1 Giant Rex, 2 Pterodon, 1 Babycerosaurus, 1 Aeoli, and for our supplementary dinos, we're playing 1 Dogoron and 1 Dino Wrestler Pancratops. So everything's pretty standard here. A lot of decks these days aren't playing Quadolus anymore, but I still feel it is a rather important piece for the entire deck, as one, it helps immensely in the grind game because you get to just shuffle up a whole bunch of your banished dinos back into your deck and then special summon itself from hand. And 2, in a pinch if you need to, it can search out Double Evolution Pill, which is also an excellent card, and we are, as a matter of factly, playing hand traps in this build of the deck. Anyways, as for other choices, we're playing 2 Pterodon because it is the dino we destroyed probably more than Babycerosaurus. Plus, it can be used to get out Pancratops, and Pancratops is a nice pop, and it is a nice disruption on your opponent's turn. And everything else is relatively standard. You're never playing any less than 3 of each of these. 2 Ultimate Conductor is perfect, and Giant Rex can be played at 2 if you really want, but I feel 1 is just fine enough. So the only other thing that really we can add is that with Aeoli over here, this will most likely be replaced by the Pearly Boy that's going to come out in the next set, Eternity Code. However, we also don't know if I'm even going to be playing a build that is similar to this one by that time. I don't like to future build, I don't like to do that too much, I just want to concentrate on my now. So for now, we're just playing the 1. Anyways, moving to our spell and trap lineup, we got triple Lost World, 1 Terraforming to go with them, triple Foolish Burial Goods, 1 regular Foolish Burial, triple Fossil Dig, 1 double Evo Pill, pair of Cosmic Cyclone, and then finally, for our last spell, we have triple Performer Palpopera. Now then, most people don't actually know what Performer Palpopera does. Performer Palpopera allows you to send up to 3 cards from your hand to the graveyard, draw that many cards, then you can blah 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 do a pseudo pendulum summon basically. However, if you don't, then you lose 1,000 life points for each card in your hand. Not each card drawn, each card remaining in your hand. So if you had 5 cards in hand, activated this, pitched 2, draw 2, you took 5,000 damage. Now, the theory with this is, 1, it's a lot cheaper than Extravagance, so you know, it has that going for it. And 2, you could use it to discard things like Giant Rex, or another dino that you may need for a banishing target for, say, Ultimate Conductor or something or other. Or you could use it to discard this, our 2 Survival's End. Now then, Survival's End regular effect on field is, when you flip it face up, destroy as many normal monsters on the field as possible, and if you do, special summon level 4 or lower dinosaur type monsters from your deck up to the number of monsters destroyed by this card effect. So then, the cards that you will use this with is of course your Lost World tokens. However, its second effect that can be activated in the same turn is that you can banish this card from your graveyard, then target 1 dinosaur type monster you control and 1 card your opponent controls, destroy them. So then, that's a nice, pretty useful piece of disruption. And not only that, since it can be dumped off Foolish Burial Goods, in those hands that you open, say, Pterodon and Foolish Burial Goods, and none of your searchers like Oviraptor, Miscellaneous, anything like that, you can normal summon, just normal summon your Pterodon, Foolish Burial Goods your Survival's End, then suddenly you can pop one of your opponent's cards while you also get to bring out a Pancratops, a Oviraptor, or any other the level 4s that you may need at that time. It is actually a pretty sick combo, and it is the main draw to this deck because you hate drawing too many of the babies in most other like builds of the deck unless you're True King Dino. We'll cover that later. But I just love that kind of utility and that disruption because it just lets you play through so many boards and destroy so many things. It's amazing. It's flexible. I love it. Finally, when it comes to the main deck, I just wanted to cover the hand traps. However, I just wanted to cover them a little out of order because the format's changing. Maybe you're coming to this in the future after a ban list or two. You never know what hand traps are good when. So these are what I'm running right now. I'm just running 2 Droll, 2 Ash, and 2 DD Crow. So obviously Droll's just really good right now, just the fact that it kills Spiral first turn. Ash is okay. It is a little weak right now, it feels, but it's good for, say, local play because you never know what weird rogue deck random thing you're gonna go up against that just like dies to an Ash Blossom. And then DD Crow's been pretty fun lately because you never know. There's that odd hero player or something like that, and you banish their 1 combo piece, and then everything kind of crumples underneath its own weight. And so I've been digging it a lot right now. I will be reevaluating things depending on my local meta, of course. Finally, I wanted to cover the extra deck real quick. The extra deck is honestly really hilarious when you think about it because we have some dumb combos we can do, and let me just get into it. So first up, number 60, Dugaris the Timeless. This card is dumb in this deck. This card is so silly. So it's a rank 4, 2 level 4 monsters. You can detach 2 materials from this card, then activate one of the following effects. So the first effect skips your next draw phase. You draw 2, discard 1. The second one allows you to skip your next main phase 1, special summon 1 monster from your graveyard in defense position. And the third effect, which is the one we really like, skip your next battle phase. Double the attack of 1 monster you currently control until the end of this turn. You can only use one of these effects once per turn. So the idea here is you target, oh, what would be a good target? Oh, I don't know, Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. Ultimate Conductor Tyranno goes up to 7,000 attack, but will also be able to attack multiple monsters. So even if your opponent has just 2-3 things that are on the field randomly, like even if they're say over 2,000 attack, well, plus the debuff from Lost World, you're gonna just smash and win. It's just that simple. And so there's also another specific OTK that you can pull off with Dugaris, Ultimate Conductor Tyranno, and another card we have in our extra deck, but I will get into that a little bit later. So then we have Dugaris, Cowboy, because we hate the time rules, and you know, you could sometimes clinch out that last bit of damage with -800. Abyss Dweller, it's just very good. Blocks your opponent from using their graveyard, of course. 1 Tornado Dragon. This is probably the weakest. Ironically, I was gonna say weakest link, but it's not a link monster. But anyways, I feel like this is good, but at the same time, I'm not sure if I'm feeling it right now. Probably going to be taken out for something I'll explain a little bit later too. Number 103, because Lost World debuffs all your opponent's monsters. That means they have a different attack from their original attack, so you get to pop 1 and draw 1. So that's just a very good effect. And sometimes it can help you on brick hands. 1 Dolka and 1 Logia, because they're just the quintessential dinosaur Xyz monsters. Unfortunately, they are dragons, so they do get debuffed by Lost World 2, so just be careful with that. We're running the Utopia Lightning package. You know, just gotta beat over something, or you just have a way to deal a lot of damage at once that'll get you the game. And then, 1 Super Dreadnought Rail Cannon, Gustav Max. Yeah, I've won games with this. I guess you could say the ultimate train deserves the ultimate conductor. But anyways, yeah, two ultimate conductor Tyrannos lead to this, so I mean, sometimes you just direct attack with just enough to get them down to 2,000, or you get them down to like 2,700 or something. You can make this, and you can make Cowboy, and you can have game. It's silly, but it's also good because, I mean, hey, we have the space right now. We're not playing extravagance, that's for sure. Then now to get onto the actual links. 1 Link Karibo. This is for Aeoli, he can just link up into it nice and easy. Then say you don't have very many good plays or anything, you just leave it on the field and they'll be forced to have an attack negated. And also it's a good way to get a non-dinosaur into the graveyard since it is a Cyberus type. So we have one Pen Stag here, and Pen Stag allows you to do piercing damage with the monster pointing directly underneath it, of course. And with that, you're able to use your Dugrass boosted Ultimate Conductor Tyranno to punch through a Lost World token for 7,000 damage. I think the best description for this card is win button. That is all that really needs to be said about it. You just win after you make it. Then for our other links, there's nothing terribly impressive, just one Nightmare Cerberus, one Nightmare Phoenix, and one Nightmare Unicorn. Anyways, now I just want to get a move on to some replays. That way you can understand how the deck functions, how it works, and how you're supposed to actually play it. So sit back, relax, and enjoy my commentary.
Yu-Gi-Oh! GX will continue in a moment on Toonami. Game on!
I use Oviraptor backed up by Miscellaneousaurus just to get off a Search Popper. Then I use Perform Paw Popper up in order to get rid of the dead Aeoli and Giant Rex in my hand. I now choose to use Mist to bring up Petita Rhydon. I then go for Linkuriboh, pointing down towards my Logia that I make out of my Oviraptor and my Giant Rex. The Extravagance is here, and I choose to just let it go through because now I know he's either playing a back row deck or I'm playing the Mirror. And the Mirror, I can handle it by making sure he doesn't get a proper normal summon off. However, this sort of plays into his hand and he's able to Lightning Storm me. However, as you can see, he really wasn't able to play that entire turn just because I stopped his normal summon. So in that case, mission accomplished. So I'm able to hard draw into Lost World, which is perfect. So I Lost World, use my Baby Ceratosaurus, bring out a token, just go into battle phase. I then attack into the token, allowing me to blow up another Petita Rhydon in order to get out Oviraptor. Of course, in the Dino matchup, Abyss Dweller is quite the blowout card, especially seeing as he's playing the True King Dino build. Also, he tries to blow up my Lost World token in order to access his graveyard, but he doesn't realize that I can use my Lost World effect still. I then use the Miscellaneousaurus in my graveyard in order to special summon out another Oviraptor, and from there the game's a wrap. So here I'm up against a Shadal player, and they go for the standard play, and I decide what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop Dogoran on that Winda, and I'm going to destroy the invoked Kaliga with the Survival's End. However, he only ends on Winda, and then I just tribute over it, and that's game. So game 2 versus the same Shadal player, I decide, oh, Abyss Dweller Turbo. So I draw my Lost World, put a Giant Rex down, Foolish Burial Good Survival's End to destroy my token, which in turn destroys a Baby Ceratosaurus, which in turn gets me my Oviraptor, and then we make Abyss Dweller, so bada boom, bada bing. So this is a duel in Master Rule 5, and my opponent goes first using Gold Gadget. I have Effect Failure in my deck, and then after that, I'm able to just basically go off and make a full OTK. Now then, the thing about Pankratops and Survival's End is you can activate Survival's End first, targeting Pankratops and whatever, and then chain Pankratops, and Survival's End doesn't need the dinosaur to be on the field at time of resolution, so you could effectively get a 2-for-1 if you combine Pankratops and Survival's End like that. I then go for the Pen Stag OTK, but then realize I'm a little bit short, so I just make Cowboy for game. Definite misplay on my part, but it wasn't the end of the world in this situation, so just be more careful than me sometimes. Also, finally, Droll is good. Thank you all again so much for watching, and I appreciate your patience. Since this will be my main deck at locals for at least the foreseeable future, I'll most likely be doing an update or two on this deck before even Eternity Code comes out, so stay tuned for that, and I will see you guys later.